From the very first time you held a dollar bill, you were handed a script. Work hard, get a secure job, and save your money for a rainy day. You were told that a savings account is the ultimate symbol of financial responsibility. That the local bank is an impenetrable fortress, designed to protect your family's future. It is a beautiful, comforting story, and it is entirely false. We like to imagine our money sitting quietly in a solid steel vault, waiting patiently for us to need it. But a bank is not a storage facility. It is a highly aggressive, profit-driven machine. When you make a deposit, you are not securing your wealth, you are surrendering it. You are handing over your stored time and energy to an institution that will immediately use it to build their empire, while throwing you a few pennies in return. Think of your fiat currency not as solid gold, but as a melting block of ice. Right now, sitting in that standard savings account, your wealth is quietly evaporating. You check your banking app, and the number looks exactly the same. It might even go up by a tiny fraction of a percent at the end of the year. But that number is an illusion, because what matters is not how many dollars you hold, but what those dollars can actually buy in the real world. Every single day, the cost of living expands, while your balance stays perfectly flat. The world around it gets more expensive. This means your savings account is not a safety net. In the modern economic system, hoarding cash long-term is a guaranteed mathematical loss. Your bank is not protecting your money. Through the silent, invisible tax of inflation, your purchasing power is slowly being incinerated. Now, let us pull back the velvet curtain on the modern banking industry. When you hand them your money, it does not just sit there. Welcome to the reality of fractional reserve banking. They take your $10,000. They keep a tiny fraction in the vault. They immediately lend the rest out. Mortgages, auto loans, credit cards. They charge 7, 10, or even 20% interest on your money. They are literally renting out your stored life energy to the highest bidder. And what is your reward for funding their highly profitable empire? A tiny fraction of a single percent. You take 100% of the inflation risk, while they capture 100% of the profit. This is the greatest legal wealth transfer in human history. The middle class saves cash to feel safe and secure. But the wealthy, they borrow those exact same savings to buy cash-flowing assets. Commercial real estate, thriving businesses. The bank is simply the middleman, quietly facilitating this massive transfer of wealth from your pocket directly into the investor's portfolio. If you want to stop being the permanent victim of this financial system, you must stop acting like an obedient depositor. You must start thinking and acting exactly like the bank. Your money must be put to work. How exactly do you put your money to work? You must transform your depreciating fiat currency into tangible, appreciating assets. You need to buy things that the government cannot print and that inflation cannot destroy. We are talking about acquiring ownership. Ownership of scarce resources. Ownership of profitable businesses. Ownership of income-producing real estate. When you own assets, inflation is no longer your enemy. It becomes your greatest ally. As the cost of living expands, the value of your assets and the income they produce expands right along with it. This is the ultimate financial cheat code that the wealthy use to protect their dynasties. They do not save money. They save assets. It is time for you to make a choice. You can continue to be a loyal, obedient customer, letting the banking system slowly bleed your purchasing power dry. Or you can step out of the matrix, take control of your financial energy, and start building your own empire. The rules of the game have changed. Hoarding cash is a guaranteed mathematical disaster. If you are ready to stop saving and start building true, generational wealth, it is time to upgrade your financial education. Subscribe to Longview Invests right now. Hit the notification bell, because in the next video, we are going to show you exactly how to buy your first real asset. Do not let them incinerate your future. Take the long view.